The Mike and Tony Show is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
This is Pro Strongman Stan Carradine, and you're listening to Mike and Tony.
Oh my goodness gracious! It's Saturday morning, Pierce.
Yes, sir.
I got Southern for no reason.
Yes.
Right at the.
You got nothing Southern right there, dollar. Sounds mighty fine.
I can't compete with the Mike Pierce Southern.
You got to do. You got to say Mario Andretti. Mario and Italian. I like me some Italian food.
Very good, Pierce. I can't compete. How was your week? Saturday morning, by the way. Saturday morning podcast. A late Saturday morning podcast.
Late Saturday morning.
I usually say how late we're running behind. I'm not going to mention it today because it's not even close to the normal time.
I didn't want to be stinky coming to you.
No, I understand that.
And it's funny because we both had that going on.
Yes, absolutely.
I worked out early.
Yep. Same.
And I got done, and I was like, I don't want to be stinky for dollar. So
see, I worked out and then had to take Jill. And then at that time, we were going to be starting a lot earlier.
Yeah.
But then you had the same thing. So here we are. Hey, everybody. Little details about the backstory of the show.
Yeah. No, it was a decent week. I was doing some stuff for the association that I'm with, getting prepared and everything like that. And then it's my last week of freedom.
Mm.
And so I start my new gig on Monday, this Monday.
Yes.
And so I'm excited about that. So I even work 2.5 weeks off. 2.5 weeks off.
That's unbelievable, as we were saying. Yeah, I said you had to give 2-week notice to your soul.
Yeah.
You need a little break.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody, we could all use that.
Yeah.
If you look at other countries in Europe and stuff, they have all these long,
dude.
long periods of
They
time
encourage
off.
time off and everything.
For
like
sure,
that. The
'cause
work-life balance is crazy.
Right. They believe in science.
Yeah.
You can see clearly that when you have abilities to rest and
We're
recover.
talking about money. We want money. We're talking
Yeah,
about
but your
money
productivity is higher if you.
here.
Yeah.
But no, this week was all right. I texted you earlier on this week.
Yes.
In the middle of the week, I had my blood boiling. It
A little
doesn't.
moral dilemma.
It doesn't. It takes a lot for me to get there. For me to get there, and I had to text you and be like, "Dollar, what do I do? Do I do this? Do I do this?"
I'm glad you texted.
I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" It just it just made me upset. Just somebody questioned my integrity of things, and it was just like, what?
I know.
Like I always, that's the thing that I always say too. I was like, I always, try to do the right thing, even when people aren't looking.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is the definition of integrity.
Yeah, and I was just like, dude, I was, had to
Got
step
your
back.
blood boiling.
Had to step back a little bit. I was like, okay.
You were on the verge of sending a text.
An email.
Oh, it was an email. Okay.
An email with some proof of something that I was told that I did not do.
Yes. And I know that urge. I've been exactly in that position before. And there's no value that comes of it.
No.
You got to walk away and the other thing too, dude, is I think that sometimes we tend to look at people like whatever's on the surface, this is what's going on. But sometimes people have other agendas.
Yeah.
There's other things going on that are driving them that are, first of all, not moral, but second of all, just kind of like personalized for whatever it is they're trying to accomplish or do. And so sometimes it might come across or they might say something like that or act a certain way, but there's a different agenda they're trying to get you, especially someone like you who everybody knows has integrity. When they go at you like that, they're trying to,
Yeah.
She would have wanted nothing more than you send that text, or he, or whoever we might be talking about.
I was so fuming, so
I understand.
I was just like, what? I was like, oh my god!
I'm gonna hit you up next time I'm in that situation because I know in the moment you're so ticked off and you're like, how dare you? Like, boom, in your face.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember I told you about my younger self. I when I worked financial aid, I was on the financial aid side, and then there's the admission side. And so for people who don't know, there's always a little bit
tension
of, a little tension
groups.
between the two. One's trying to get as many students through the door. The other one's trying to follow, federal regulations and make sure that everything's done in the right way. And I had an admissions rep, God rest her soul. She passed away a few years back, but she was like a top performer, like just killing it, been there forever. And was trying to get me to bend and basically break some federal regulations to get a student through the door. And I was so furious, but I was my younger self, dude. And I caved. I printed off the federal regulation.
Yeah.
And I was walking into her office to literally show it to her face. And she was at lunch. So I grabbed a piece of tape and I stuck it to her monitor. And then I went back to work like nothing happened. Next thing I know, the director of admissions comes in and he sits on my desk and he's like, Tony, can we chat a little bit? I was like, I thought this was coming. Then they pulled me into the president's office, and you remind me of a younger me, all just fired up. And I was like, nope, this is you. That is not my future. But no offense, I'm going to do something else. But yeah, it's just funny how people, dude.
Well, it's funny because I texted a couple people. One of those people was my mom too, and my mom is always savage. And so, and she didn't let me down on this one too. She was like, she texted me back and she goes, sounds like somebody needs to be put in their place. Send it. And I was like, I don't know if this is, I'm glad she's actually, I'm glad.
Who knows who's right? I don't know.
I'm glad she my mom responded, she works during the day.
Yeah.
I'm glad she responded a little late. Then I'd be like, yeah, you know what? You're right, Mom.
Then I would have got a text. Do you think I should have sent this? Because I sent this. Except that would be me. That's not you because you don't really look back.
Yeah.
Like had you sent it, you'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Sent it.
Deal with it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But you always respond to shittiness with just love and just give people their space. Like people are fucked up and they're doing, who knows what's driving you to do that. Yeah. Especially something like that. You're like, dude, everybody knows you're being stupid. Like why are you trying to do this?
I don't want to be miserable like you are.
Right.
I don't want to be a miserable person.
That's real. That's real. It's contagious.
Yeah.
When people are negative and stuck in a bad place, and and even the best of people go up and down.
Yeah.
Right. I'm so paranoid looking over at this thing. This camera over in the corner is just literally just chilling. It's not plugged in. I don't even think the battery's charged. It's not doing anything, but I feel like
it's watching you.
Probably because me and Jill were having a conversation today about how they're listening, to everything. That's why you see videos pop up and stuff. But we were talking about how clearly they must be able to discern every little thing that you're saying because it recognizes when you say, hey, SIRI or what's the other one?
A word we say.
Yep. Yeah. If you say it, it picks up on it can pick that out in a conversation. Like if I'm just rambling on and I throw it in the middle of a sentence, it will pick it up. And you're like, that's the level of detail. Plus they could tell it's me and not somebody else.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, I remember that with the, you don't have any Amazon stuff in here with the Alexa.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And with the, with Alexa, it knows it's like, you're like, Alexa, what's the temperature of the weather? It's like, good morning, Baron. Because I do the English one. Good morning, Baron.
And you go by Baron for the English one. It's so perfect.
Good morning, Baron. The temperature is blah, 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 blah. And you're like, damn, dude. It's like,
damn it. It feels like this is the beginning, Pierce. Like,
but you can turn off the always listening part.
You can, but nobody wants to because it's.
But who knows though? But who knows how much?
Of course.
Turned off.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean,
like I have. There's not a button. There's not a physical switch that goes click off. Yeah. Right. It's like you're like clicking it on the internet.
Yeah, I know. It's so crazy. It feels like it's the beginning. Like we're gonna look back on these times. Like the first thing we're doing is we're hiding our language from them.
Yeah,
we're talking. We're like a dog or a child. When you don't want them to understand something and you spell the word out.
Yeah,
we're doing that. It's like it's in its infantile right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about all this.
And you can't even speak a second language either because other countries use it.
Are you scared at all to find? I bet you're not. I am scared to find out that this is all just like a video game, like a super simulation, like my real self, like Matrix style, is somewhere else, and I don't really
chilling
know.
in a fucking container with
embiotic
fluids.
It turns out I'm 2.5 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is just your avatar, right?
Yeah,
this is your avatar.
Yeah.
This is what you manifested yourself to look like.
Right. Whoa. There's so much stuff like that, dude. I know in Japan, Shintoism is that belief that part of it is that your parents choose you. That children choose their parents, right? That they choose two specific people to be their caretakers and their parents and to teach them about life. That's wild.
That is wild.
And there might be truth to it. The big question is, how come we don't ever remember? Or not, I shouldn't say ever. And some people, it seems like they really remember.
Terrence Howard.
No, maybe. I really don't know how to feel about all that. I'm still kind of like, There's bits of truth in it, but it's almost like a
Well, because they say that it's almost nearly impossible to remember anything prior to 3 years old. Right?
sure, yeah.
'Cause
But
your brain is developing and you're doing.
But have you
things.
seen those? Like I got into watching those shows for a little while. It'd be like a kid who's like, you know,
Yeah, like
5, 6 years old or something, and they know all this crazy shit about this specific person that died right around the time they were born.
yeah.
And you're just like, wait, what? How could that be? How do they know the names of the people? And then as they get older, without fail, they all forget it.
Well, that's that name of that one movie with Mark Wahlberg called Infinite, and it's like talks about like they go through different lives, and then like they like remember a part of their past, and then they're like, oh shit, I'm one of those super people. So
Yeah.
you should watch that movie, Dollar.
Yeah, I definitely want to check that out. That sounds awesome. How do you feel about that? What if it was infinite? What if living just literally there's no beginning or end? It just goes on like this forever. And then you have to also ask the question, are we thankful that we don't remember? Or would we want to?
Yeah.
Because I got really into that at some point, like trying to figure out if there was any way to like remember a past life. It all started with Myra's aunt. Because in her family, there's a lot of like mystic type of people that like
that's
do
what you were
stuff
saying
like
before,
that. But I told you what she said about me.
No.
I didn't.
No.
It's wild. She said that I had. You're gonna fucking.
Yeah,
I
some drug
can't believe
cartel.
I'm gonna say this.
Your
No,
drug
no.
cartel?
I wish it was that.
Oh.
I can't believe I'm gonna say it on the podcast, but because I don't know if I believe it. I think I do.
Okay.
But she said in a previous life that I was like a super, super powerful female leader,
Yeah.
warrior, female
Oh,
warrior.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. Makes you think though, but you're like, what if she's dead on? And you just have no idea because it's like, oh, scientifically I can't prove it. But then you're like, damn, something about that feels right. But then also there's the logic of I was also just raised mostly with my mom and my sister around women, right? So maybe it's just that. You don't know.
Dollar over there being motherfucking Mulan over here.
If I was Mulan, I'd get my ass in the gym, bro. I don't know what's going on there. Eat a few more calories, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Yeah, you don't know. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know. Like the whole, again, I'm more spiritual than religious,
sure.
and so I just feel like, when my time is over on this earth, then my energy will be dispersed on and I'll be reused in some other fashion.
Yeah, there's that too, like literal reincarnation. Like how could you go away? But I guess where the question is like when you go back into the universe, right? And you just go back in physically and everything, is there a certain something else that's your soul? Or is that no, it's just the combination of things and then you just go back in and there is no more you. And that is what it is.
I always, when we have these conversations, I always refer to that story called The Egg.
Sure.
And so the guy who went to heaven and he's like, what about my wife? What about my kids? Oh, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. No, is this heaven? What am I going to do? Oh no, you're going to go back to being a peasant girl back in the 7th century.
I was like, what?
I was like, what? What do you mean? And it's like, I can't go back in time. And it's like, nah, you humans always think time is, time is all relative. You can live that time in the past still and be that person. And it's like your goal is just to live every kind of life until you've reached like the purity level, like
I don't know.
like
That's
Buddha.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the Buddhist
Yeah.
idea right there.
Yep.
That eventually you reach complete nirvana, but that takes thousands and thousands and thousands of lives.
Thousands of lives and some suffering. A lot of suffering, right?
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
For sure. It does. Yeah. Right. When you look at any of the like martyrs or prophets of any religion, that's all, suffering is always a part of it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the Buddhist idea is that suffering is in this world. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It is part of the life. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you're going to be at peace while you're here. Yeah. I don't know. It sometimes when you run into people, it certainly seems like they maybe have lived more lives than the average. You ever meet people like that?
Yeah.
And you're like, you just have your shit together on a level that I can't explain. And they'll be like 22. And you're like, how on earth? So it seems like it. I don't know. Who knows? I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in all of those things. I consider myself a Christian for the most part. I only say for the most part because there's like our societal definition. of like, what is Christianity manifest in the world? When you look around at the church, what are the churches doing and what percentage of them are doing what? So that's the only place where I just try to be careful, because people assume you're Christian and then they assume you're down with this whole other agenda, political agenda, social agenda, all this other stuff. But I believe that, but I also believe that people get so cocky about how they perceive the Bible and like what they understand from it.
Yeah.
Like I believe there's a heaven, but like people think you think it's a place and you're like going to go in, like, you literally think that's what it is? Because I think the point is we don't understand it. It's beyond our comprehension. God is beyond our comprehension.
Yeah.
And so that's where I find myself. But I would say I'm religious. No, I wouldn't say I'm religious, honestly. I don't know. I'd say I'm a follower of Christ, I guess. Is that a religion, though? Then I'm going to get contacted by them like, thank you for mentioning us on the podcast.
Yeah. Your phone is going to recognize it. Now you're going to get all these like Jesus reels and
we would like
ads.
to run an ad at the on your show for Jesus.
Jesus.
People get crazy with that. That's the problem. Look how many people have died from Christianity and Catholicism, and it's like
the Holy Wars dollar.
The Holy Wars. It's unbelievable.
It was like,
that's like the main thing people
be a Christian.
die from.
Be a Christian. No, then die.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Jesus wants you dead. Like what?
Yeah, conform or die. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Not what Jesus would want. I got really infatuated with the period of Jesus's life that nobody talks about, because he's talking about when he's born.
Yeah,
they talk when he's like 33.
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
Well, they said that there's a time and frame where from like 17 to 32.
Mm-hmm.
There's no.
Yes, but there are some.
Yeah.
So first of all, what's the main sect of Buddhism, like the Dalai Lama, Mahayana, I think it's something like that. I'm probably butchering it. But they say that they have records of Jesus, but they don't release them because they're not for the public.
Yeah.
But that they have records that there was somebody who went by his name at the time of, would have been his, as a teen. And there's a book I got and read by this Russian guy. And maybe I've been fooled by Russian authors before. They get crazy. I don't know why that is. There's some Russian authors that write some wild shit, and I'm always like, whoa. And then I run into a scientist who's like, what the fuck? That is ridiculous. You should not believe that. But he wrote a book about those missing years of Jesus' life, and he cites all this evidence showing that he was not only he visited all the major religious capitals of the world, including like Buddhism, Hinduism, and that he studied with like people who were at the top practicing these religions. It's really fascinating. But then you're like, I don't know. I'm an idiot. Maybe this guy's just tricking the shit out of me. Because if you really knew where Jesus was for those years, wouldn't it catch like fire everywhere? And everybody would want to read it. And people in power would be trying to cancel the book or something. You know what I mean? So maybe it's all bullshit. I got to be honest. I don't know. But I like thinking about it. I like thinking about where was Jesus? Because the same thing. I don't think Jesus was like everybody's like, well, Jesus was a Christian. Like, not really. What? He was Christ. What are you talking about?
Well, they're also saying like in like those Tibetan scrolls.
Yeah.
There's that they have only 5% of that ancient library that they have, and there's like 84,000 books. And only 5% have been translated. Right? And so
what's in there?
And why are we not translating those?
Mm-hmm. The world wants to know.
Yeah.
We want to. Mike and Tony want to know. We're starting a new segment this week. Mike and Tony investigate.
Mike and Tony want to know. That's what we're going to call it.
Mike and Tony want to know.
I really What's up with those Tibetan scrolls?
Okay. Oh my God. You just made me think about stand-up. I know Joe Rogan's new special's out.
Yeah.
I have not seen it. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. And we've talked about it before on the show, like openly. Like I'm a huge Joe Rogan as a person fan. I love his podcast. I just like who he is. I think he's a good, earnest, honest person.
Yeah.
But his stand-up has never been my favorite because I'm a big stand-up comedian. He's maybe in my top 10, I would say. But I hear this new one is supposed to be just pure fire. So I want to check it out.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, I stumbled onto something that I didn't realize happened. Have I ever talked on the show about this? It's like, it might be my favorite podcast. It's called Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's stand-up comedians. Probably, I'm so funny that I'm talking about it like nobody knows. Because when I started
the biggest
listening,
podcast in the world.
yeah. But dude, he used to say that when it was tiny, bro.
Yeah.
Like they had no followers. They started I think it was like at the Ice House in LA in some little fucking room. And they had like 15 people at the first show. I was not on the original. Like I didn't see the first show, but I caught on early as fuck. I've been listening to Kill Tony for years and years and years. And they just did a show in New York at Madison Square Garden and sold out 2 consecutive nights, did 2 shows.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Fucking crazy. And for anybody who isn't in the know about Kill Tony, it's a great live podcast. Oh, but yeah, so I was going to say real quick before I say that Tony Hinchcliffe used to say that when they were nobody, bro. And he was like, the best podcast in the entire world. Like he would, and like, what's the other thing he always used to say? It wasn't just best. It was like the most popular. He was like, it was like the most popular podcast on the planet. He fucking manifested it. But also they worked their ass off. That's how they manifested it. And it's a great idea where people go up and try stand-up comedy. And whether they're funny or not, it's entertaining as fuck. Especially when you have seasoned veteran panel of comedians watching this rookie comedian try to do 1 minute. And every once in a while somebody kills, but for the most part, people are just terrible. And then they rip them apart because Tony Hinchcliffe, to me, is the king of roasts.
Oh, my God.
To me, he's the king. I understand people's argument for... I can't think of his name.
What's his name? I know what you're talking about.
It's case in point right there. We can't remember. No, I'm just kidding. He's really, really well established. He's amazing. They're friends too. But Tony Hinchcliffe to me.
Dude, Tony, even before that, I remember Tony Hinchcliffe doing like a roast battle with All Def Digital. And they're this group that I follow on like ADD. All Def Digital.
I love how much our shit overlaps all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
and so All Def Digital is the Russell Simmons, company.
Okay.
And so, they did different things. They used to do these things I used to watch, like called Great Taste, but they stopped doing that. But they're fucking funny. And Tony demolished 2 of these All Def Digital
everybody,
guys.
Dude.
And so it was like, oh my God. And like, when the guys turned to the other one, he's like, I don't know, this motherfucker was going to be here today. Like, he was like, damn.
Even especially when he was just starting to, people just didn't know when he would walk in the room, but now everybody knows. Yeah, he's fucking cool, man. Shares the name with me. I love it, dude. I noticed how clean their logo got, too.
Yeah.
They have a K and a T, and in the middle of it's an upside down red knife, like a butcher knife.
Yeah.
So fucking sick. I'm like, that is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
But no, I saw that. So those 2 things are out there right now, like the Joe Rogan comedy special. Come to find out, lots of people are into comedy. I met a couple people at work. Somebody was asking me about, he's like, do you happen to know who Theo Von is? I'm like, fuck, yes, I do. Are you out your mind? Of course, he's one of the funniest humans ever to walk the planet.
That guy says whatever he wants.
It's wild. And he has this really likable, he's really likable too.
Yeah.
Because like there was that podcast with Sean,
funny?
What's that fighter's name? Damn it, I'm forgetting his name. He's a legend.
Sean O'Malley?
No. The guy that talks so much shit. He's been in trouble for saying racist shit before. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm blanking, Pierce. We have to be able to find this. What's his name? I'm an idiot. Anybody who's a UFC fan is going to be so pissed right now. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. I haven't even hit my vape pen yet. This is ridiculous. But he started crying on his podcast. It was like a thing.
Sean Strickland, thank you. He went on Theo Von's podcast and he got super emotional. I don't know if you ever saw any of this. There was a wave of it for a while and then it kind of talking about his past trauma.
Yeah, and he couldn't help it, dude. He's had a fucked up life. He was abused as a kid, and he was just talking about he had some moments, bro, where he couldn't. He was crying, he was wiping his eyes, like he was trying to write it off, but he couldn't stop crying. Like he was crying.
Yeah,
and oh my God, people hated for him. But Theo was like the best. He just sat there at one point, it was awkward as fuck, and he was like crying. He was like, I'm sorry, bud. We could pause if you want to. And like he's just like, you're like, damn, he's such a fucking good dude too. At the end of the day, as wild and crazy as he is and the crazy shit he says, he is a good person. I like Theo Von. He's one of my favorites. Dude, he's a legend. He's in my top 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. God, who's number 1? Who's number 1 comedian?
I still like Dave. I think he's
Chappelle.
Funny. Yeah.
Okay. God, Chappelle. Oh man, I really don't know. Here's the thing. I've always been obsessed with Bill Burr. Like to me, Bill Burr
yeah.
is a classic. So it's who's one or two, Chappelle or Burr. I don't know. I think most people would say Chappelle. Chappelle is bigger. He had more success. Or did he? I don't know. Because if you include in Bill Burr, like all the writing he did for shows and like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he's got his hand all over the place, and he's in movies. He's an actor. Like
Yep.
he's doing all kinds of shit.
does serious movies, not just like
I know.
comedy movies. Like
He takes acting serious.
Yeah.
He really wants to get better at it, and has continued to work. And yeah, pretty cool. So I would
Yeah.
say Bill Burr is probably my number one.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
love
we
stand-up
were
comedy.
talking about earlier, like, what's up with that?
yeah.
Mike and Tony want to know what's up with that. I was thinking about it,
Okay.
and when was the last time you checked on our golden orb dollar?
I haven't checked in a while. Did you check?
I just checked now.
Just now.
They still don't know what it is.
Come on. Come on.
They still don't know what this is. Like a fucking year, literally a year later. A year later, and the recent one. This was just back this in August. What they're saying is the golden object has inspired several theories among scientists. One is that it's
So people are talking about
yeah. One is a shell of an unknown sea creature, perhaps an egg casing from another sponge kind of a thing. And then another one,
I don't want
this
people.
doctor from University of Exeter suggests that the hole in the object could have just been damaged over time, but it's some new deep sea life.
Bro, all I'm hearing is guesses and speculation about some shit
Yeah.
that where the fuck is the egg? Where is it? I want to see it. Bring out the egg.
Yeah.
Bring out the egg.
Yeah, dude.
I really do. I want to know what happened. What is that? Why did they have that crazy story that it feels like you and me saw it? And nobody I talked to has ever heard of this golden orb thing. But we saw it.
Yeah, dude.
It was real. I wish
Yeah.
I screenshotted that shit. Yeah, I'm sure it's still out there.
Yeah, it's still out there.
You can still find the original article.
Yeah.
I wonder when the original article was.
It was a year ago. That's what I'm telling you.
So it's been
legit
a full year,
and we still don't know what it is.
and they don't know it. They sent it away for studies a
And
year
this-
ago.
And this one on earth.com was the latest update that I seen. And that was on the 30th of August.
For anybody who doesn't know, it was this thing that was found. Most people don't know.
Yeah.
It was found off the coast of Alaska in the water. It looked like it could have been biological. There was something about it that looked fleshy almost, but it was like this crazy shimmery gold color, and it was perfectly spherical. It just looked, well, I don't know if it was perfectly spherical, very spherical, but it was wild. And then
it was biological.
they said they were going to send it away for studies, and they were going to hear back. And then but the hear back never happened. And we've been following this motherfucking shit for a year, and they still don't have anything on it.
Yeah. Nothing.
Pierce, that's irritating.
Yeah.
It's really irritating. I don't know why we can't find out what that was. But there's so many other things too, like that.
And so that brings up like a thing to me because I think about a lot of stuff. I think about obscure things a lot of times, Tony.
Okay. I'm
And
not
so
surprised.
like when I'm thinking about our day-to-day jobs, right? Your day-to-day jobs.
Sure.
Like you're doing something every day, all the time, all minutes of the day.
Mhm.
Okay? Like what is the fucking scientist doing? Are they doing are they working like every minute of the day for 8 hours a day? Like
It depends on what kind of science.
like obviously not this golden orb people. They're not fucking working 8 hours a day.
Have you questioning the whole scientific community?
Yeah.
How much are you really working? And who's
Right.
getting paid what around here?
Right. What's the timesheets on these? I want
Yeah.
to know what the timesheets are for these fucking
I will tell
scientists.
you, having worked in an admissions office at Humboldt State University in California, it's loose, brother.
Yeah.
All that shit is loose. I hate to say it, support all my right wing friends, but that shit it is when you're in a public school like that or like a University of California system or whatever university. It was like that. It was like things were probably getting fudged everywhere. People,
Right, like-
I better wash my mouth. I'm going to get a lawsuit. The California State University system.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I think
It's
about.
a good
Like,
point.
is there somebody like, are they, if they're not like looking at this fucking golden orb, are they like data entering? Like
We need to
things
reach out.
or-
We should reach out to both Tyson, Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Yeah.
and we should reach out to Andrew Huberman, and we should be like, you all need to get together and figure this shit
Figure it
out.
We would need to know what this golden orb is.
We really want to know.
It's just for we have spent a lot of time.
You should write us and tell us. I'm curious how the listeners feel about this.
If we
They're
have
like,
a listener,
shut up about the orb.
If we have a fucking listener that's a scientist, please tell me.
Please.
I want to know what you do.
A legit scientist,
Yeah,
not just.
and not a data scientist.
No.
A data scientist, they work all the time because they're looking at numbers. They're looking at all the
Sure,
data all
sure,
the time.
sure.
Like I want to know like a biologist.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
a geologist.
Shit, I would take a student
like
almost done with their bachelor's in biology, right? You got to be on the know. You're young. You're in school. Like somebody has to know what's going on.
yeah.
with
What are
this
you
thing.
doing 8 hours a day for your job? You're not looking at a fucking rock 8 hours a day.
No.
You're not looking at
You can. How long does it take to run these tests?
See, that's what I'm saying, dollar.
If
Now
you do
you're
the math,
questioning it.
if you're doing the math,
Now you're
it takes
questioning
5
it.
years to get a fucking paper out about this, about the study you did. 5 years? Weren't you logging it the whole time? Don't you have it all right there? Like,
See, look at now. Have you questioning the process?
I mean, the peer review part, I guess. Well, excuse me. I wonder how long the peer review of scientific papers actually is. Like, how long does that peer review process take? And maybe that's all it is. Maybe it's the whole fucking time.
They don't have a lot.
17,000 different scientists have read this paper and reviewed
They're
it.
not the peer reviews aren't getting done on time because other people are trying to do their papers and it's taking forever to do their papers.
I don't have time to read your paper, bro.
I'm still doing mine.
Read mine, I'll read yours. Yours is way fucking longer. This is how Mike and Tony think the science world works.
What are you guys doing 8 hours a day? Jesus.
You think most scientists smoke weed? I don't know if that's not true.
I
Probably.
don't know. I think they want
Probably a
clarity.
normal
clarity,
percentage.
right? They probably just want some clarity.
Yeah,
you know,
like people like Huberman. I don't see him smoking weed. He's not
Yeah.
a weed smoker.
But you know, it's just like,
Definitely not Neil deGrasse Tyson.
dude, I'm just like I said. I just now the whole scientific community is in shambles in the views of Mike and Tony because of this fucking golden orb.
Yeah, we've shaken
Now we're
it up.
questioning you.
We've
what you're
shaken
doing.
it up.
What are you
baby.
doing? What are you doing? We need to know.
Yeah.
8 hours a day. I know what I'm doing 8 hours a day. I'm running numbers. I'm doing emails. I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw a meme about teaching. It was like, it's the only job where you got to work before you work because there's no time to work while you're at work. So you also have to work after work.
That's
I was
true.
like, that's all
Yeah,
true.
that is true for you,
it's
Dollar.
exactly true. Yeah.
Because you got to do your lesson plan. You got to prep your week.
Mhm,
And then once you're done, you got to grade all your fucking papers.
Yeah. Well, and then this year, dude, I oversee 6th, 7th, and
Yeah.
8th grade math. So that's a total of 6 meetings a week that I have to prep and lead. And whether we're analyzing data or we're looking at lesson plans and making sure we're planning properly for, it's fucking a lot, bruh. It's a lot.
You need to get into high school, Dollar, where you can
I know.
get
so
like one of
everybody
those. You can get one of those assistants, and they can just grade your shit for you.
Yeah.
Just give them the key.
We have a great new math teacher, but he taught high school before.
Oh, okay.
This is his first time in middle school.
Okay.
So we're going over details, you know. In high school, you're like, okay, guys, it's time to start the test. The timer's on the board. Go ahead and get rolling. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they fucking do what they have to do, or you don't want to be there. They just kick you out. You know, nobody's trying to get you to do shit that
Yeah.
you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Then get out, bro. Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
But I was explaining to them how with middle school, it has to literally be, it's like this. Like it's the difference between what I just said and this is how I would do it in middle school. Okay, everybody, I need you to grab your pencils. Oh, I'm waiting on one voice. Waiting on 2 voices. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, I need to see everybody's pencil. Hold it in the air. Thank you. I see your pencil. Okay, first things first, go ahead and put your name on the paper. You have 5 seconds to put your name on the paper. All right, we're talking at a voice level 0. I'm about to start you on this test. We are not talking to our neighbors. We are getting straight to work. You should start with your annotations and then go ahead and fill out your paper. You have 3 seconds. So-and-so, what are we about to do? What are we about to do? Okay, everybody repeat. We are about to... Okay, and I start the timer. That's the difference between high school and middle school. And those were sloppy. If I had done that at work, that was a little It
Yeah.
was not succinct, but still, nevertheless, you have to fucking micromanage every little thing. Every process has to
They're
be
still
thought
fucking little
through.
kids. Yeah.
In high school, you're like, when you guys just bring your folders, please set them right there in that thing on your desk. If you say that to middle school kids, there will be shit falling onto the floor. It will be all over your desk. It will. Some people, it will be the wrong thing. There will be names missing, even though you told them 28 times.
What is the problem with putting your fucking name on a paper? I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
Callie's school. She has like in last year. This year's a new year. I don't know if they have it or anything, but last year they had a no name bin. Like if you didn't have a fucking, and then like you had to go
That's
find.
very nice
You
of
had
them,
to go
'cause
to
they're young.
Yeah, because you had to go get your paper and you had to go find it and put your name on it if the paper was.
No,
in
when
there.
it comes to that stuff, I don't play. Like I've told you so clearly, it was on a slide on the board. We do the same thing every day. Like if you don't put your name on your shit, I throw it away. I'm not even. I will sometimes I'll look at it and if I can solve it, like I can figure out who was absent that day. There was 3 kids out. If I can figure out who it is by looking at past assignments, whatever, I will. But sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
You're like I don't know who this is, bro. You didn't put your name, it's gone. The other thing is you have a specific tray that we do the same way every day.
Yeah.
So some kids will walk over and put it on my desk or they'll put it on the thing. They think I'm ruthless. Recycle. It goes right there because if you let it start slipping in middle school,
Yeah.
then everybody's doing it everywhere and you cost yourself so much time and so much work sorting out papers. It's ridiculous. I don't have any pin up fucking anger or
What
anything.
is it? Just fucking put your name on top of the paper, dude.
It's so fun. It's so funny.
That's the first thing.
I know. The thing I always am very forgiving of, though, in class is like zoning out
Yeah.
because I was like that.
Yeah.
There'd be so many times the teacher would call on you.
I'm
and
like that now,
My
Dollar.
face would just flush red. Tony, do you have an answer for us? What's going on? I don't even know what we're talking about.
No, I zone out now to this day, dude. Like there's things that like,
Yeah.
wait, what did he just say? What did we just? Okay.
I know. I think
But-
it's most people.
But in high school and like middle school, I prided myself. Dollar. Remember I told you I'd be doing one of these things
Yeah. With your head down.
with my head down, with my hand, like,
hand on your head. Yeah.
but sleeping. And I always prided myself whenever they,
So funny.
they did the random like, all right, Mike, do you want to pick up where we were last? My brain could remember what the last thing somebody said. Like my brain had like the
That's incredible.
like the automatic, the YouTube 10-second
Yep.
thing.
What was it?
What was
Got
I
it.
saying? Got it. And they're like, oh, there it is, the last sentence of that. And then you just start start reading it off the fucking paragraph, and you're just like, yeah.
Oh,
Try to catch me.
my God, that's
Tried to
funny.
catch me, didn't get it.
That's hilarious. It's funny you say that because I just I randomly popped into a teacher's class just to observe a little bit and just see how it was going. And so I went to the back of the room and then she had him start reading. So I start circulating, right? I'm checking. There was one kid, I walked by him twice, bro. And then it was the third time I was like, this motherfucker's sleeping. And he just like that. He had except I don't think he had it on his head. He had it like this, but he had a hat on low on his head and his head's kind of
Oh, you
looking
guys
down.
can wear hats?
Just fucking pencils in his hand like he's following along where he's reading until you realize his hand's not moving. And you're like, this guy. I was like, bro, come on, dude. And he's like, it just starts working. You're like, dude, it's unbelievable. But that was not a live like reading situation or being called on or something. He would have been screwed. You're an expert, Pierce.
Yeah. I'm telling you, my brain did that. Like I said,
Kids will do all those things. Nobody wants to be packed into a classroom in straight rows for an hour, or in elementary it's longer, with somebody standing at the front of the room barking at you, telling you what to do and how to do it and when you did it right and when you did it wrong. And that's what education is built on.
Yeah.
So our mentality is changing, but the structure that we have to work within is not changing. So it's really hard.
When I was in 5th grade, we didn't have rows. Our teacher put our table like in a square.
That's cool.
So we all were like
I like
facing
that.
each other.
That's kind of neat.
And so,
And then the teacher walks around in the middle and stuff too.
yeah, in the middle and on the outside and everything like
Sure.
that too.
Oh, that's
So-
actually really cool. I wish I would do that, except I don't have room. I like that setup a lot. I like anything that's not normal, but I don't have desks. I have tables.
Yeah.
And so there's 8 tables.
Dang, dude, those kids are missing out. Those individual desks, remember back in the day?
Oh yeah, most classrooms have them.
Oh, okay. Used to be the best back crackers in the world. Cracking your back on those desks, like
Oh yeah.
Push it
Which
back on
ones?
the
The
table.
plastic ones in metal or the
Like we had
wood.
stone ones, like the ones that
Stone.
were stone tops ones. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Wait,
dude.
what the
Yeah.
fuck? You had stone desks?
Yeah.
Colorado, bro. What? What does that mean? What is it like shiny like marble?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like a
What?
like a stone top desk. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna look anything up. I don't want to fuck up the recording, but
Yeah.
holy shit. Yeah, you're gonna have to look this up. I gotta see a picture of this. Like, what the hell? They had that's
Yeah.
stone desks. I didn't know that was happening anywhere, and even the 19th century on that there was concrete or rock or anything like that for a desk.
Yeah. So here we go, right here.
Okay, I want to see this picture. Show me. If I've seen it before, I'm gonna laugh, but I didn't realize it was stone.
Yeah.
You got it?
Well,
Why are
it
you
says,
saying
this one says
stone?
hard plastic.
Yeah, but it's like fake wood,
No.
and they make it look like wood. We have those exact desks you just showed me. Those like thin, they're almost like laminate on the top. They're like glossy.
Yeah, but this is like.
You know why I love
felt
those
like it was
desks
like
you just
stone,
showed me?
dude.
Because kids can't ride on them. You can't ride on that desk. It's slippery. It won't. You can't really unless you have like a fucking Sharpie, which are not allowed.
Tagging it like crazy.
Yeah. Kids will write on anything. Take a guess. I bet you can guess. What do you think the most drawn thing is for middle school kids?
A penis.
Don't forget the testicles, bro. They fucking got the whole picture. Everywhere.
That reminds me of
Walls, stairs, doesn't matter.
That reminds me of Superbad. Remember Jonah Hill's character said that he was like obsessed with drawing fucking dicks and balls. Remember that?
Yeah, his art, his book, or whatever.
He had a book that was just fucking dicks and balls. I'm like, okay, maybe it was hard plastic then.
Okay, so it looked like that.
Yeah, but in
So wow, so in Mike Pierce's world, you always thought those desks were made out of stone.
yeah, I guess they weren't. But we had
What color were they? That color?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you thought it was like
But
sandstone?
I had like these type of desks when we were in elementary school.
Sure, the kinds. Yeah, and then does that one lift up, or that's the one of the underneath?
Underneath,
drawers?
yeah.
Yeah, there's the ones where you have the drawer underneath, and there's the one where it like lifts up.
Yeah.
I do miss those days.
That's the one that lifts up.
School was fun back then, and you got your own desk all day. Starting in middle school, you move around.
Yeah.
And you have those, the type of desk you were just showing me
Yep.
that you sit in. But it is weird. We've talked about those memes before on the show about how they take a picture of the average school 100 years ago, and they take a picture of like 1,000 other things 100 years ago, and everything looks different.
Hey, those are plastic? Dang. I'm upset. I thought they were like stone.
I kind of was wishing there was a stone desk I didn't know about. That would have been awesome.
I feel like I don't feel like that was plastic, dude. I feel like those are heavy as fuck.
Well, it's more like, some of them are actually heavier than others. I don't know why, like different styles of them. I could see how you could think that. I think it's just a really heavy fabricated plastic. It's a specific kind of plastic they use for stuff like that. And I could see it too because it's glossy, so it seems like polished stone.
Yeah.
I could see that. It's just that one you showed me, like the ones at my school, they intentionally, for whatever reason, want people to think they're wood, so they put this wood design on them. It looks like
no. Ours look like that. Yeah, like stone. I thought it was stone. Dang.
Are you heartbroken?
Yeah, I am heartbroken. I thought they were.
That chain, brother, is like fucking
Oh.
bling bling. That is so tight.
It's the
I like
CU
that.
CU game today.
Oh yeah.
So you got to get all
Oh yeah.
CU versus Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really gonna be
Yeah,
good?
Nebraska.
They're gonna keep winning? I don't know. I have my doubts. Yeah, I'm not so sure. There's a lot going on over there.
They barely won against. What was it? North Dakota State.
Mm-hmm. They did
last
though.
week. They still
Got the
won,
W at the
but
end of the
still,
day.
barely.
Speaking of necklaces, bro, I ordered this on. This is what happened when you order online. So I ordered this one twice.
Uh-huh.
I needed a new cross. I actually lost my cross
Okay.
that I always wear. And so, where's my camera?
Wait, didn't you
Over
get
here.
one from Philippines?
No, I didn't get a cross out there.
Oh, okay.
I regretted not, bro. That's what I said when we got back. I was like, I really should have got one anyway. But if you looked, it's so tiny, dude.
Yeah, I see.
It's like miniature little cross. And so when I ordered the first one too, I literally put it on, bro, and it was like this.
A choker.
I was like, okay, what happened? So I actually used that in my truck. I hung that on the mirror.
Yeah.
And then ordered they're so cheap. Ordered a second one. And then I thought because it was longer, I thought it would be bigger. It's the exact same size cross. I'm like, this is kind of crazy. Like, this is definitely, I don't even know why I have it outside of my shirt. This is definitely inside the shirt, kind of cross, bro. Yeah. I saw you looking at my shirt. This is I've had this shirt for fucking 12 years.
Yeah. What is that?
This is my Saturday Kicking It shirt. You always ask. And this is actually from, what's that place that you like, that you got some clothes from recently?
Structure?
Yeah, but what's the new one called?
Express.
Express. This is an Express shirt.
Oh, okay.
From back in the day, like a long time ago. But it's become a shirt I wear all the time. It used to be jet black, the whole thing. And you couldn't really see the pattern. It was just sort of,
Somebody made fun of me the other day because
What?
I was
People making fun of you, doubting your integrity. What's going on?
What's going on in the world? What's going on? No, when you wear all black, okay? When
I
you
did
wear
that this week, by the way.
When you wear all black, it has to be all the same black. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, this shirt I could not wear with black pants.
Right? Okay.
I wouldn't even wear this out. This is a house shirt.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Podcast
if you
shirt.
wear all black, you can't be all shades of black, bro. There's no shades of black. It has to be all black.
No, it
Like,
has to be jet black, all of it.
people like when I like
Or the same, like if you had matching something, like a charcoal.
yeah, but I was like I can't wear this shirt with my shorts because it's not the same black. And they're like, "What? What do you mean it's not the same black?"
Who said that? Well, I don't
And
want
so
to
I was
bust
like,
anybody out.
yeah, and so I was like, it's not the same black. And they're like, "What? Not the same black?" I'm like, "Yeah, black hat, black shirt, like this one. This shirt's a little faded.
Yeah.
It is a little faded,
Yeah.
but like just
Be honest, this is so faded you didn't know it was a black shirt. Right?
No, I knew it was a black shirt.
Oh, I thought you thought it was a gray shirt.
No,
I try to pass it off as a gray shirt. My wife hates when I keep shirts like this.
yeah. Oh, I just recently, because I'm moving stuff around, like I just recently like went through like my drawers in my closet, and you have those shirts you get from like work. Like they have like logos on it, like work function stuff.
Sure,
and
yeah,
everything
I
like
remember
that.
those.
And I was like, I looked at these, I was like, why are these in my workout? My workout drawer. It's like I never wear these shirts ever.
Yeah.
Ever. I was like, I'm just gonna.
We're the same. I love you have a workout drawer. Ours, we have a shelf system in the closet, so I have a shelf.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. But I was like, I went there, I was like, no, I'm just gonna get rid of these.
Yeah.
And so I was like, somebody at fucking Arc or Goodwill will probably wear this. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever. It's a nice shirt. I just don't want the logos on it, and I don't want to wear it, and just.
I get that.
And so I got rid of like a trash bag full of and it was amazing how many work shirts I have. I had FarmCAD stuff, I had RamCAD stuff, I had stuff from CSU Dollar. We were at CSU.
Wow, Pierce.
And so I just had different shirts, like free, that the whole
My wife
mentality-
would never let that fly for me. I would be the same way.
Yeah.
I keep all the clothes and you just got to go through and
I recently just when
purged.
I remember when fucking Fran, we were at work and it was like my last week. And he was like, "Bro, there's some free shirts downstairs. There's some free CCA shirts downstairs." And I was like, "No, I don't need that shirt, dude. I don't need that shirt. It's free, bro."
He didn't understand.
And so I got to that point where I was like, "No, dude, I need any more fucking free shirts. I got so many free shirts.
Yeah.
It's dumb."
Yeah.
And so I was like, got rid of all my friggin' school free shirts.
Good for you.
Farm, like I said, some of them were the farm.
It's a relief, right?
Yeah. And so, then I looked at the things. I was like, all right. And I looked at my shirts. I was like, wow, my rotation is like 7 shirts. Cool.
I know. Same. The problem is you wear them out fast, but
Yeah.
then you can get a few new shirts.
Yeah.
At a certain point and let them go.
Well, what I do is I usually convert a regular shirt, a regular everyday shirt.
Come on.
A regular everyday
Tell me
shirt.
we're not on the same wavelength here.
A regular everyday shirt eventually becomes a workout shirt.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But see, and then I take it a step further. Once in a while, not every time.
Cut the
Certainly.
sleeves off.
Yeah.
Yep. Me too. No.
What? Okay, my wife hates that with a passion.
No, cut the sleeves off.
Like, do you really work out in it? I'm like, I do.
Yeah.
I've been wearing that fucking cut off Thor shirt. In fact, I worked out in it today, Pierce. I've been working out in that forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. What I don't like is when there's too much clothes that I don't wear taking up all this space.
Yes.
That's hard.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm having a problem with now?
What?
Shoes.
No.
Yeah, I have too many shoes now.
You
No,
can
I
never
don't.
have- you
No,
can
no,
never
that's
have
not
too
true.
many shoes, Dollar.
No, let me take that back. What the fuck am I talking about around here? Mike Pierce is sitting right across from you. No, I just don't have a good setup like you do.
Yeah.
So I've got them like all over these top shelves in the closet, and then I have some on the floor, and then Maya has this big shoe thing, but she takes up the whole thing. So I get every once in a while she has an opening, I'll be like, whoop, slip one in there. But I need like a place.
You need to go to IKEA and get those little, like I did, the little cubby things. They're cheap.
Okay.
Put your shoes on those.
Yeah, I need to. I'm loving shoes, bro.
Or if you like, they now have those like little hang up things, like you can put in the closet and just like hang down. You just
I need to get
shoes in
something. I
those.
can probably find some on Amazon, probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah. I'll just do that.
Yeah.
I need to have something because
But
I
no.
honestly really like looking at them.
Yeah.
Like, and having them organized in a certain way, like all the Air Maxes together,
And they're like, and then I have like, I realize like you have like dress clothes
Mhm.
and there's shirts in there you've never worn for like
Yeah.
years. And I was like, oh, let me put this on. And you put it on, you're like, God damn, this is huge. You know? 'Cause it's like, you're like, why did I wear such a baggy ass fucking shirt?
I
dude?
know.
You're
Yeah.
like, damn, dude, because
Times have changed.
Yeah. I was like, damn, this is a baggy ass shirt.
I still rock it. I still do it once in a while. You see me. When was that? A couple weeks ago. I have this one shirt. It's an all black shirt.
Uh-huh.
It's a double X, bro. I don't remember if I got it when I was fat or I don't remember what it was, but it is so big. But I love wearing it with like my big ass Nike gym shorts too. I was like, fuck yeah, bringing it back, bro. I look like my age. I am. This is the generation I grew up in.
I'm going to make a new reel on Instagram. I bought an old school, like, and one shirt. And it says, you know what I'm talking about? The old and one shirts where it's like, it's this like and one basketball player is like a cartoon thing. And it has like a bus in the background. It says, call me Mr. Bus Driver because I'm taking people to school. It's like the and one used to make a lot of shirts that are like talking shit shirts. Right?
Oh, okay.
You know,
Got it.
You know, asking for receipts for your game because your game is terrible. You know, but like they had like the shirts, and I was like, I was gonna make a reel, and with my reel, it's gonna be like 12-year-old me when I hear, and it was gonna be like the Space Jam songs.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
got you.
Oh shit, warm up because we used to warm up to those songs, playing basketball and before games and stuff like that. And I was gonna like cut to me like it'd be like I'd be in a shirt, in my and one shirt, and then I'd have like a headband on, because I used to
rock the headband.
Dude, I used to rock.
You were a
the
headband.
I was a headband guy playing basketball.
Okay, I respect it. Some of the best.
And then I was gonna have my Grant Hills on. I still have those.
Okay.
The re-released Grant Hills.
Damn, I never wore a headband. I probably should have.
Yeah, and then I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, and I was gonna stand up and just like take my jeans off and have my big ass basketball shorts underneath them.
Down on the basketball court like Mark Wahlberg back in the day. Oh man. That's funny. Dude, I fucking can't wait for basketball right now. Like I have become obsessed with basketball. I'm still playing all the time.
Yeah.
I'm shooting at the school. I squeeze it in whenever I can.
Yeah.
Minimum a half hour. If I can do it an hour. If I really have time, I'll do an hour and a half. You know what's hilarious? Every time I'm still sore as fuck the next day. Every time, no matter how many times I play basketball, the next day I could feel it, and I got to stretch out and get everything awake in the morning.
Yeah.
I walk into the bathroom like my ankles, my feet, my legs, all of it.
Oh my gosh. Well, today.
Oh, by the way, I nicked the fucking rim.
No, did you?
I nicked
Look
it
at
with
you.
my middle finger.
There you go.
And I didn't repeat it a second time.
Okay. You used all your
It was
might.
one good
all
jump.
your might.
I do every time. Every time, bro. I'm closing the gap. And I'm
It
getting
was-
a little lighter. I'm going to fucking...
In your mind, it was like this. You were like, and you like, and it made this. Your sound effect was. Like you were like, yes,
exactly what it was. It was exactly what it was. Yeah. I it's getting better, but I think, I don't know. Did I set a time period?
No.
It's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Bro, I did not have that much ground to close to touch the rim.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, tick, barely. I'm like, I have to get way above the rim, dude.
You're like, to be
this-
clear, I didn't cut my nails the other day. My nail touched
All of a
it.
sudden I have long nails. Like, what's up? I just haven't got around to it. Like, dude, you haven't got around to it? Like, by the way,
I hit the rim.
I actually literally got my fingernail over the rim today. It was unbelievable.
My nails. This is my nails.
The nail dunker. I can actually palm with even an NBA size ball now. In the nails, these fucking
Oh my
gargantuan.
god, dude. No, since my friggin' lat pull, like, I've been taking it easy. And so on Thursday, I finally did some upper body stuff.
Hey,
I did some bench and I did some.
You were talking about
yeah,
that.
and I was like, okay, but like Bama that we've had, Adrian Dobbs that we've had on the show. I went to her shop, the Nutri Shop, in Parker, and
does she know Gabs, by the way?
I don't think so. No. Yeah. So yeah, maybe link them up. I think she can do a
I think that
demo up there too. Yeah.
Sure.
But no. So anyways, I went in because I went to get some more pre-workout. I was like, all right, let's get back into serious. Get some pre-workout. Let's cut that time in half. To get back into my strength and everything. And she gave me she goes, I know you really like your this pre-workout. She goes, but maybe you should try this one because I don't like stim. I do non-stim pre-workouts.
What does that mean?
No caffeine.
Oh, okay.
So there's no
stimulant.
caffeine.
I see.
So non-stimulant and
Gotcha.
stuff. And so I do non-stim. And the one I usually use is called Work Ethic. And she gave me this new one. She goes, this one has all the stuff, beta-alanine, some focus factor, all these kind of different things in it, and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, let me know how it is. And so on Thursday, I was like, okay, I'll try this one. She gave me a sample, scoop, and I put it in my drink and drank it and did an early morning workout. Dumbass me. I didn't eat or anything, right? And, I drank water, everything like that. I thought that I should make up my whole month's worth of working out in one day, practically. Dude, I was going so hard.
Oh no!
At the gym, and so after I got done working out, I was all, "Oh man, I'm sore now." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "My chest is sore now."
Fuck.
I was like, "Oh my god!" But I mean, yeah, her pre-workout worked.
You was getting it, bro.
I was just I was like, Jesus, dude. 2 hours just pumping iron, just working out, dude. I was like,
People
fuck.
calling you. Where the fuck are you? Still working out, bro.
I was off for a month. Got to make up for it.
Yeah. I told you today was the first day I worked out. I think I've worked out once or twice when I first got back from the Philippines. And then I just completely stopped, fell out. Plus we were doing the closet over here. So there was shit in there. I didn't work out for a while. And I kind of was okay with it. And then I just started noticing with just the basketball and just the cardio, I'm getting a little soggy. My air has actually gotten way better because of the basketball.
Okay.
That's the part but also it's old man good, right? Because I'm not in a game running up and down the court. But I am trying to. I watch my heart rate and shit and try to I do. We fucking run up and down the court and practice dribbling. It's crazy how much as an old man I never thought about it as a kid, but dribbling makes me breathe heavy if I'm really fucking trying to cross people over and doing shit. I'm like, just one of those a game.
Just you got one juke move.
What the fuck was I even saying? Oh, I worked out today. And remember we've talked about many times about benching 225.
Yeah.
Got too cocky because remember I was doing it and then I went that whole month I was in the Philippines. I didn't work out at all. I came back, had those couple of workouts. I was like, 225 is no problem.
Yeah.
So then I didn't work out for how long have I been back? It's it's been a good month and a half, 2 months maybe. Mm-hmm. So still haven't worked out at all. And then hit it today and got a little cocky. I maxed out. I was repping 215 today. There was no way I was getting 225, especially on that third set.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I literally did 3 on my last set of 215. I'm like, damn, you do lose it if you fuck around. Just doing all this cardio.
Yeah.
Trying to get all small.
Yeah. What I was doing in the back was doing 4 sets of 8 on the 225. And so, it's still 32 reps. I was doing 4 sets of 8.
That's a lot, dude.
I was doing 4 sets of 8 with, at 225.
Yep.
And so on Thursday, when I went to go do 225, I did 1 set. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, you haven't done upper body forever.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's been a month.
And you have no remnant, pain, no nothing.
Oh,
do you ever feel it?
I'm sore today.
No, I mean,
my lat?
Your lat.
No, it's good now, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, I literally babied it and I didn't want to.
That's what you have to do.
Because I'm telling you, Dollar, that was the most painful non-blood injury they've ever had.
I could tell.
Hurt to breathe.
You would visibly wince. And you would just turn around,
sneezing. Oh my God. Dude. Yeah.
I felt so bad for you. That reminded me, the one I hate the most is when I fucking really badly tweak my neck.
Oh.
Where you're like, gah!
Yeah.
yeah, just try. And then you're like, I'm going to just try and stretch it out. And you're like, no, nope, not happening.
So, but no, I did the 225. I did it for 8. And I was like, I don't think I can do that again. I was like, that was kind of rough. And so the math wasn't mathing though. And so I backed down to 185, right? You know, just the 45 and a 25. Okay. I backed down to 185 and I'm repping out 15. And I was like, wait a second. And I went back to 225, got 6. I was like, wait, why is this? What's going on here? I was like,
well, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
That's a 50-pound jump or a 40-pound jump. I guess.
But still.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel it because I knew it too. I was like, "There's no way." On the last one, I knew. I was like, "There's no way I'm getting 5 right now. I'm not going to get 5." But I have my bar set up, and everything. I've experimented with it, but sometimes I do take off the things like you do. I think about that, but I have good bars that would protect. So even if I dropped it, I think I would be okay.
Yeah,
I did think about today. The one place that you're not safe is because today, because I haven't worked out in so long, there was one moment specifically, it was on that last set where I felt right when you're going to pass out and things kind of go.
Yeah.
So I felt it for a moment. And so I had to wait it out. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. But at that moment, and then when I was continuing to go, what was on my mind was like, had I just fainted right there and dropped that shit, I could have killed myself because even though I have the bars, like the way my head is, like I would have to definitely get my head to the side. If it came straight down, usually you're thinking it's going to go forward on where your chest and stomach is. But I was like, yeah, that's the one safe zone. It might be a yikes.
I had that exact the dart coming in.
Yeah.
When I did that video I had of when I was doing 405 and I did the two reps.
That's so
405 and I did it. And I remember after I did the second one, I was sitting there with the bar and in the video you can see me go shake my head,
waking yourself up.
I just shook my head. I go, can't do it again because I had a spotter with me and it was Jordan that we've had on the podcast. And I was like, can't do it. And I went and I racked it and I sat there for a second.
Jordan was, which Jordan?
Jordan, the big Samoan dude that was here.
Different Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm thinking Jordan Huey.
Oh, no.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
First of all, you guys are working out together. Second of all, that is not a good choice, Pierce. No offense, she's small.
But no, he was spotted me for when I did the 2 reps. And then I racked it and I sat there for a second. I was like, okay, I gotta get that back out.
This is the first time because whenever it happens to me, I get low immediately because I had that problem when I was a teenager. For some reason, I would just like if I stood up too fast. There was one time I literally wiped out.
You're not supposed to stand up. You're not supposed to get up fast, and you're not supposed to lock your legs.
Yep. And even if I felt it coming on, like I would always get to the ground. Yeah. But there was one time in particular, I stood up and it got to me too fast. I didn't have time to react and I fucking fell down. I remember feeling my knee like crushing against the ground and then was like, oh, I don't even notice any pain. It didn't even hurt. I just remember and then I was like, and then woke up. My friend was standing there trying to wake me up. Led Zeppelin was playing in the background. I remember. I got my ass up, and then my knee was fucked up. Then it hurt, but it didn't hurt. Because your brain's shutting off.
Yeah,
I was powering down as it happened. Like, oh, that's gonna hurt later. but there was no pain in the moment. Isn't your brain weird like that? The brain is such a weird thing. It's weird that we can be shut off like that.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is. That's how you avoid the most injury was when you're not tense. Because that's what they say. That's
why drunk drivers
always survive because they're not
they're super loose.
Yeah, they're like, okay, whatever.
And you see those videos too, and someone they're just flopping around. Everything's just going with the flow.
Yep, and that's when people
couple scratches
see it coming. They're like, no,
and you can't overpower that amount of force.
Yeah,
so fighting against it actually hurts you more.
Yeah, and that's what they say when you fall off a ladder. You're supposed to be like, okay, you're just supposed to limp and try to roll to your back and take.
The only instinct though is to me is to not land on your head though. I would be trying to do that and I could see tweaking myself worse. Yeah, trying to keep my head.
But my thought, if I'm falling off a fucking ladder, it's not like, oh god, let's go limp, dude. It's
there's not a lot of time.
Depends
on how high you are.
Oh my god.
Yeah, depends on how high you are. You're like, oh shit. Oh, you know what? I should go limp. Oh, there we go. Boom! But then it's not going to make a difference.
That's not have enough time to make that decision. That's
how long I just did. What was that? That was 9 stories. Oh, fucking crazy. What do you say, Pierce? It's
Time
about
for
that
those
time in the show.
Fun
facts.
All right. So yesterday was National Food Bank Awareness Day.
Okay.
So I had some food bank fun facts in there, and then also it was what was it? Dang it! Oh, wine, National Wine Day, and so there's some wine fun facts in there too. So, first one on here: bad dreams resulting in moderate level of fear can actually benefit our day-to-day lives.
Yeah, I saw that. It was right at the top,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
research, found that they can help our brain rehearse dealing with scary situations and allow us to react better when actually faced with them in real life.
Kind of makes sense. There's
Yeah.
probably an evolutionary purpose there, right?
Yeah, but falling from a plane is not going to help me
No.
if I'm falling from an actual plane.
Dude, this one was shocking. Depending on their species, penguins can jump up to 9 feet. What?
Yeah, dude. That's
They
wild,
look
right?
like they barely can walk. They waddle everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that wild?
I would love to see that. I got to Google. I'm going to YouTube that one. I
Yeah.
want to see a penguin jump 9 fucking feet. They could compete in the Olympics, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, is that
We should
true?
have some
What's the
animal-
biggest long
We
jump?
should have animal Olympics.
Yeah.
This one was crazy. The world's oldest known bottle of wine is over 1,600 years old. Believe it or not, the world's oldest unopened bottle of wine is nearly 1,700 years old. This ancient artifact, known as Speyer wine bottle, was discovered in 1867 with a Roman nobleman's tomb in Germany, and it was sealed and contains white wine. It's visible through the clear glass.
You can still see through and see the wine inside.
Dude, you can get twisted. Has been fermenting for so long.
Makes you
bro.
wonder if it's like a different kind of drunk. Like you can be a little mushroomy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who knows what's going to fucking happen?
Right? And
When
like
it's that old.
And there's got to be some kind of like, taking on some properties from the glass and the bottle and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Oof.
Something.
Dude, you fucked up tonight.
Hell yeah. Reminds me of that
Those
snake.
scientists were like, archaeologists were like, we're going to get fucked up tonight.
Nobody's going to know about this. There was 2 bottles.
Yeah.
Rumor has it there was also a red bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Scientists still searching for this missing. You know what one was crazy to me was, speaking of fighting against like forces that you cannot deal with, to just go limp or whatever. Even though they say to fight, a grizzly bear's bite is strong enough to crush a bowling ball.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's way stronger than your bones.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, it's a solid ass fucking ball. What are those made out of? Some kind of manufactured plastic, probably too.
Oh, I think it's stone, isn't that? Damn it.
We're finding out on this episode that Mike thinks
thinks
everything is
everything's made
made
of
of
stone. What is
there
that?
are very, very heavy synthetic plastics. Like
Damn it,
really
Dollar, you're
strong
ruining
ass.
my life right now.
And plus, I don't know all the terminology, but there's things like I don't know what a polymer is, if plastic is a polymer, but there's like different types of chemical structures that are more like plasticky.
God damn it. They're made out of fucking polyester and urethane.
That's what I'm saying. There's all kinds of shit like that, like weird plastics and stuff like that.
But the main...
or is it ceramic? Maybe it's ceramic.
Damn it, dude.
What?
The main types of plastic, urethane, and reactive resin. God damn it. Like how old am I? That everything's made out of fucking stone.
We are going to find out. We're going to find something before this episode's over
That's
that
made out
you
of
thought was
stone.
made of stone. That is, if at the end we just have to talk about a mountain, we're going to talk about a mountain. You're like, wait, those are made of stone?
I thought they were made of rocks.
I thought that was dirt.
Damn it.
Those are hills. No, but either way, that's crazy that a grizzly bear could crush a fucking bowling ball.
Yeah.
And they say to fight back.
Damn it.
Do your best. Just fight back. And actually, there are people that have made it through, but they usually have some other part of the miracle saving them. You're still stuck on the bowling ball being
Yeah.
not me being. You thought bowling balls were made out of like
Yes,
rock,
dude, sorry.
like rock
Yeah,
bowling.
yeah.
Ball. No, don't be sorry. It's okay.
Made out of rocks. Stone.
It's nowhere near the level of Mark finding out that my wife was his actual
Yeah,
sister.
brother.
Yeah.
Is it-
He didn't know for a very long time,
Damn it.
and his other sister didn't know she was his sister either. So You're not there, Pierce.
Yeah.
That is hilarious, though.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure we all have something like that. We just never come across it. And then
Yeah.
one day you come across and you're like, wait, what? I always thought those were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made of stone.
Yeah.
Here I am thinking.
What
like,
else did you think was made of stone? I'm kind of curious. Can you name some stone things for
No,
me?
it's like desk and bowling balls is what I thought were fucking made out of stone, dude. Like,
Coffee cups, right? Isn't that?
wait, those aren't not made of stone.
No, ceramic.
Damn
But then
it.
you're getting but you're getting into a blurry line, I think, too, when with stone and then like ceramic type of stuff, because it's clay. It is.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line of what is actual stone?
Well, stone I think is like marble.
Yeah,
stuff
sure.
Like that,
Yeah.
you know, things like that.
Yeah. What would you say if I was like, no, marble is plastic, Pierce? I should have said that just to see what your reaction was. That's funny.
Or I'd be like, no, like I thought like marble or like quartz dollar, and all of a sudden you're like, Pierce quartz is a gem. Like, damn it.
Dogs are one of the 3 deadliest animals in the UK. The other 2 are bees and cows. The cows shock me. What's up with that? I wonder what the cows are doing. They're killing people when they eat them. Food poisoning.
That's the whoops. Mad cow disease. Yeah, because remember there was a lot of mad cow disease in the UK back in the day.
sure.
This one right here. Anybody that parents of athletes in the U.S., only 1 in 4,233 high school football players actually go and play professionally.
Say the number again.
So 1 in 4,200. Not a very
No,
Like
that's
not
a
a very
little
likely-
less than 1%.
Yeah.
By a lot less than 1%.
not likely, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. 34% of all households served by Feeding America have had to choose between paying for food and paying for medicine or medical care.
It's fucking wild.
Dude, in 2024,
It's wild, right?
here. That is wild. Those are some like bases. There's some fundamental problems with our society.
Yeah.
Like those things should be at the top of our priority list, is that all the people that are part of this country, especially if we want everyone to be loyal and we all want to have a nationalism still,
Yeah.
if that even is, I think that's going away because everything's blending together with the internet. But if you want that, people have to all be comfortable and happy.
Yeah.
And we can definitely do it. It's
Yeah.
not like we can't do it. And there's ways to fix it that
It's
aren't.
going to cost somebody money, though, dollar. And that's the thing.
Right. Well, it's going to cost specific people money.
Yeah.
Right. People who are already making hand over fist money and
Yeah.
they don't want to share any piece of the pie with anybody. And that means some people need to be poor because that's how the system works.
Yep.
Bullshit.
Well, it's like my eyes really got opened when we did the association that I'm part of, when we did a backpack program for them. We were like getting backpacks for of food for people, and what they were doing, we were raising money for the backpacks, and they were weekend backpacks, and so the backpacks were designed to take because some of these kids that go to school only eat when they're at school. That's the only meals that they're getting, dude.
Of course. Yeah. That's
And
all
so like
common.
some schools do breakfast. Not a lot of schools do breakfast anymore,
I know.
but some schools do breakfast and then they do lunch,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so those are the only times where some kids are eating in America.
Oh, for sure.
And so these backpacks were designed for when they go home, you know, they weren't nutritious things, you know, they're like mac and cheese, ramen, you know, stuff like that to help them like kind of through the weekend,
Yeah. I know.
which is sad, dude. It's like,
Well, there's so many problems like that. And, you know, last year we got that huge influx of Venezuelan students. And they're still to this year as well. They're still in some bad situations where they're living in those places that they set up from those hotels or whatever, where they're not allowed to bring food in. So at the school, we couldn't even give them food to like take with them for the weekend or to take for dinner.
yeah.
But I don't know. That's one good thing about that guy, Tim Walz, that's running with Kamala
Yeah.
Harris. That was one thing he was known for in Minnesota, was that he got free breakfast and lunch for all students.
Yeah. And that's how it is in Douglas County. It's free lunches
It should
for the
be.
kids.
There's too many kids in bad situations, and even if we have this archaic ass school system,
Yeah.
we can at least be good enough to like, let's be human and
Yeah.
make sure. It's a place where these places are disappearing these days, where you have like these community. It's community,
Yep.
right? It's the people that are we're all coming together for the better good of this group of people, because there's so many of those groups of people that are like forgotten, and like not just forgotten, like intentionally smudged. Like there's so much, like where my school is, dude, there's so much gentrification.
Yeah.
It's stupid seeing like a multi-million-dollar home right down the street from like fucking one of my students'
Section
house.
8 housings.
For sure.
Yeah.
How are we okay with this? And to be honest, how unaware, no offense. Like I never try to say blanket things about entire groups, but of all those people, there's so many fucking white, let's be honest, they're all white people, like rich white people that have moved into these $1 million homes. How are they cool with that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see it around you. Like, I don't even know. And it's even worse than that, because there are times when, like, I told you, those dogs would, like, they would let their dogs shit on the grass. But we've really turned that place around. The school's in a much, much better position than it was before. And so now I honestly have seen a shift. It seems like we don't have those kinds of things happening anymore. We're getting more respect from even those people in the community. Because it's weird to say it, but they are in the community, right? They're part of the community too, because they've set this way of structure of, you know, real estate and making money and turning places into something that they really aren't. Because it's so weird to see like a rich ass person walking down the street, you know, in a neighborhood like that, and you're just like, wow.
Or the cars that are,
dude, or the cars, unbelievable cars, lots of Teslas,
Hey,
for sure.
I have a Tesla.
No, it's okay to have a Tesla. There's nothing inherently wrong with having a Tesla, but it would look crazy if you live next door to somebody on Section 8, Mike. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's see here. This is wild. Cockroach dust plays a part in why so many inner kids have asthma.
I feel like I heard that somewhere before.
That's wild.
What is cockroach dust though? Like deceased cockroaches,
Yeah,
like
probably
breaking down and getting into the air.
Yeah, flakes of cockroach, dude. Ugh.
Ugh. I remember in the Philippines they had a giant ass cockroach on the wall one day. I was like,
and you were like, and they were like, it's okay.
And it was so funny. We have this hilarious video of Kaylee, Kelsey's daughter, standing staring at it with just this look of just like, what is it, bro?
Bro, what is that? Cornflakes were invented to suppress sexual impulses and desires.
Say that one more time.
Cornflakes were
I remember.
invented to suppress. Yeah,
isn't there a documentary on that?
Because they were so boring, that they were so tasteless, that it would like curb your urges, is what they thought.
Well, did they really think it, or was it a marketing deal?
Well, it was by the church, by
the
founders' church marketing that.
So people might be reminded that God Himself has been unable to stop sexual urge. I don't know how you think cornflakes is going to somehow pull that off. I've seen this on videos. Crocodiles can gallop like horses do.
Yeah, dude, that's wild.
That's so scary. Those ones you see in those Florida golf course videos.
Oh, dude.
My God. The fucking dinosaur coming for your ass. And they can move. They are not slow on land or water, especially water, but on land, they are remarkably fast.
Yeah, they're pretty quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dolphins have 3 stomachs. They can act as storage units for the food that they swallow.
Mm. It's like a cow, like different levels of digestion or something. What was the one I wanted? I just had one. Oh, there it was. 1 in 4 cowboys was black, despite what many Western movies depict.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Because there was like an unspoken thing out there.
Yeah.
There were some, there were even defectors from like Native American cowboys too.
Yeah.
They were not as common, but black cowboys were very common. Lacey McDonald.
Yeah, for sure.
I told you, I think I said it last episode. He's fucking jacked. I don't know what, he's like crazy.
Well, you said he changed up his workout or something like
his
that.
Food.
His food, yeah.
He said it's all his food.
Yeah.
He just started eating way better.
Well, so they say that's the whole term, right? Your abs are made in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so are bellies. Those are also made in the kitchen.
They're also,
made in the
flip-flop. Let's see here. The Black Klansman. that movie in 2018. The real Ron Stallsworth originally wanted Denzel Washington to play him, but he was ecstatic to find out that John David Washington was going to do the role, and that's Denzel's son.
Yeah, Denzel. What an incredible actor.
Dude, their voices, him and John and Denzel's voices are almost identical.
Here's what's funny. I've always said this, and I've said it before, especially it was after he did the podcast the first time. Lacey McDonald. He talks just like Denzel. He just has a slightly higher register voice, but he sounds so much like him too. But it is crazy how you can get that.
Yeah.
Like some people look just like that. They're like spit images.
Yeah. Well, like Ice Cube and his son, right? O'Shea.
Oh, yeah.
O'Shea Jackson.
Can't tell them apart.
No. Let's see here.
Hunger in America exists for over 50 million people. That is 1 in 6 of the U.S. population, including more than 1 in 5 children. And that kind of goes with that other one. What was the one about how many food places there are, like where homeless people and stuff can get food? What is that called? A food
bank.
Food bank. Yeah, not just homeless people. Anybody.
Yeah.
Who's in need of a meal. So we have all those.
Yep.
But still it's
still
just out of control.
Yeah.
So many people starving.
The gunfight at the OK Corral, which was the famous one between the Earp brothers and Clanton McClary
Tombstone
gang.
Right?
Yeah. Actually took place in a vacant lot outside the OK Corral, and it only lasted 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Movies, right?
Yeah.
Movies make it drawn
22-minute ordeal. And then they slowed it down. They span it over 43 minutes. Yeah.
That shit cracks me up with like how they just do that stuff, right? Because like, yeah, in like real life, you're just unloading on a fucking gun.
It's going to be over fast.
And they didn't have like, automatic weapons like back in the day. So you're like, and
Hold up.
a gang of bullets, right? They didn't have there wasn't a plethora of ammunition out there.
Right.
So they weren't like, this gunfight's going to go on forever. Like, nah, bro, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's going to be over fast. When there's guns involved, that's typically the reality. It doesn't, unless you got a shit ton of people, it doesn't really. So here, I wanted to share this one because I also saw a video that was really crazy. So cat urine glows under black light, which is really interesting. That's kind of wild. It probably has to do with the chemical structure or something.
Yep.
But I saw this video where this dude said that there's like a urban myth or a rumor or whatever that the smell of chlorine in pools that people think is the smell of chlorine is not chlorine. It's actually
That's the video
piss.
I sent you earlier.
Oh, you sent that to me.
That reel.
Okay. Dude. So the guy does the little experiment and he creates 2 things of water. And one of them, he puts 4 times the amount of chlorine
In just regular water.
and puts a lid on it, right? In regular water.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the other one, which is also regular water.
Yep.
Puts the same amount of chlorine.
No,
right?
he put the regular amount of chlorine in.
Oh, he put regular amount in that one. And then put a little bit of piss.
pee,
Just
not
a
a whole lot.
little
Yeah.
bit. It was a teeny little bit.
Yeah.
It looked like a couple tablespoons or something he put in there. The next day he comes and opens it. And he opens the first one and he's like, oh, it smells like nothing.
It smells like water.
It smells like water. Weird. Then he opens up the second one and is like, oh my God, this is the chlorine smell I smelled my whole life.
Yeah, he goes, it's reminiscent of summers. And,
Oh my God, dude. I was so intensely grossed out. I was like, how many times have we just been swimming around
Bro, for a while.
in people's piss?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Think about now think about that in lakes and oceans now. Now you're like swimming around in like
Wildlife
animal,
piss.
animal piss and
Wildlife piss. It's even crazier, actually. Damn, that one made me like sad. I was like, God, I don't want to swim anymore.
Or they even have those places nowadays where they have the dye, the reactive dye to urine, like and it like goes like a deep blue. Like if someone pees and like.
So that's real now?
Yeah.
Because that was always a myth growing up that they could do that.
No, that's real.
Oh, it is real.
Yeah. And it'll
Have we talked about this before? You can actually,
Yeah.
if somebody pees in a pool, it'll turn a certain color.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a myth. I thought it was like one of those like legends that's not really true.
No.
Huh. Well, it's weird because when we went swimming, when we were in the Philippines, we went to this one pool and we had rented it out for Jilly's birthday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told this before, but the water, as soon as we got there, dude, I was like, nah, bro. I looked at the bottom, you could see like it looked like green like what is that called? Algae. It looked like algae on the bottom, and then you could see footprints and stuff where people had been in the pool and like walked on it, and it didn't smell at all like chlorine. So I was like, no, and we backed out and we didn't swim there. What are you looking up? You're not listening to me, huh?
I'm just getting shot down with all my beliefs today.
What happened?
First, it was the stone desk. Then it was the stone bowling ball. And now it is the pee. The pee dye. It's not real. There's no chemical that changes colors for someone that urinates in the pool.
What a devastating episode for you. This is life-changing, Pierce.
And the idea of the dye is a myth. And the myth is believed to be originated in the $50s to prevent people from peeing in the pool.
Yeah, that's what I always thought.
Yeah, that's what you were just saying. Yeah.
Like in Grown Ups, remember it happens in Grown Ups. Yeah. But it's, I always thought it was not a real thing. I believed it when I was a kid, though, for sure.
Okay. While there is no chemical that reacts specifically to urine while you're in the pool, there are dyes that will change the color in the response of urine. So if you put a dye in the water.
So it is real. That's basically what I thought you were saying.
Kind of yes and no, right? It doesn't happen while you're doing it, but you can put a dye in there to detect where the pee is at. Gross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is all pretty gross. Speaking of gross, that's what I was saying was that pool we went to had algae on the bottom. It didn't smell at all like chlorine. So we were like, we're out of here.
It was slippery on the bottom of the pool.
We didn't get in. I stopped the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I called it, bro.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, they like Kaylee got in immediately. And so then because she was in, Kelsey had to get in. So those two got in. They ended up super itchy, bro. I had to go take a shower. Because I told them, I was like, you guys need to get out. But getting Kaylee out of the pool is like, good luck. She is not going to be happy. It's going to be a big ordeal. But as soon as I saw it, I told everybody, I was like, guys, we're not swimming in this pool. Like, that's how people catch weird diseases. You get fucking brain parasites. Like, weird shit can happen. Don't get in old water. And so we went to another one. And then we got there and I was like, it smells like chlorine. Now I'm like, oh, motherfucker.
The smell of chlorine is not clean, dollar.
God! The smell we think of as chlorine, because chlorine is probably mostly odorless.
Yeah.
Is that true? We should Google that.
Yeah, it is.
Chlorine is odorless. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
We've been smelling piss our whole life.
When I saw that
everywhere
video,
you go and swim.
Yeah.
I swam so much in the Philippines. God.
Well, it was like when I saw that reel and I sent it to you, I was thinking about it. My friend Justin has a pool. And I remember his pool doesn't smell like chlorine. It doesn't smell like chlorine when you go to his pool.
Nobody was swimming in it, just them.
Yeah.
Those public pools, there's no getting around it. There's always some fucking assholes pissing in the pool. Oh, that's life-changing.
Yeah.
We've had a few life-changing moments on the podcast. For you particularly today, we've had a few doozies. We talked many times about how I started wearing a beard live on this podcast when I found out a fun fact, actually.
Yeah.
We learn a lot here. We change a lot. We're evolving. If you go back and listen to like episode 3, we sound like babies, Pierce. Our voices don't sound like they sound right now.
No, we've matured. Yeah.
Yeah, we're grown-ass men now.
We got that man voice.
We were in our 30s when we started, though, still. Weren't we?
Yeah. 10 years ago. So.
It feels different. Like, it used to seem like 30 would have been really old. Now 30 feels really young. Obviously, because I'm older now. But I don't mean just because of that. Like, it feels like people are doing better at a much older age now than, like, when I was a kid and people were croaking at 52. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, of natural causes. Like, wait, what does that mean? You're 52. Because now 52 is fine. You know, Joe Rogan's 52, bro.
Yeah.
Or 57 or something. Is he 57? He's not coming up on 60.
No,
I think he just turned 50. So he's probably like 52 or 51 or something like that. Would be my guess.
Your guess is?
I'd say 50. My guess for Joe Rogan is 52. You're looking it up?
Yeah. It's 57.
He is 50. Okay, that's what I said. So I had heard that somewhere.
Yeah, well, August 11th.
Damn, bro.
He just recently turned.
He's about to be fucking 60?
Yeah. Well, shit.
He's in way better shape than me, bro. By a long shot. By most people. He's more in shape than the average Joe. Got him.
Well, I mean, that's like Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
He's fucking 50 years old.
That one's weird.
And that dude looks like he's not even 40 years old.
No. He looks like he's in his 30s. Yeah. If he said he was 29, I'd believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Damn, another episode in the bag, Pierce. That's episode 204.
4 over the hump.
4 over the hump.
You didn't start with that this week.
I didn't start with it. I wasn't going to even say it until you said it. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
Now we're 4 over.
It's a new thing. We are 37 over. It's episode 237.
That's like those people that do the kids' baby's age in months. My child is 32 months old.
Yeah, that's in grown-ups also. Yeah.
And with that dollar, it is a wrap.
Cheers.